rail fans, got a good video here for you today. This video was actually recorded over 2 days. Let's start out with, my daughter woke up one morning asking, I'd like to find a train. So I couldn't say no to that. I turned on the scanner and started listening. CSX was talking to a train, but it was further down the line. It just so happened that Norfolk Southern was given clearance to train 279 to come through Clinton. They were heading north to Louisville, Kentucky. It's an intermodal, daily. So it's a train that I'm very familiar with. I got the girls ready and we loaded up, heading towards Clinton. It's a great spot, multiple spots where you can catch it. So we found a spot that I thought the girls would enjoy seeing it go by. The closer I got to Clinton though, I was starting to get a little bit of scanner chatter. It wasn't quite coming in clear, but I could hear that train 279 was told, let's go ahead and get it in a siding. Now, there's not too many sidings from the John Sevier Yard where Norfolk is stationed here in Knoxville and Clinton. That could only be a couple. So I went ahead and headed towards Powell. And the closer I got towards Powell, the more I could hear a conversation. We went ahead and made it into Old Town Powell, and we started to see the intermodal. It was starting its shove back into a siding, and that's where we catch it now. As I was arriving in Powell, we noticed 279 was starting its shove back into the siding. NS279 is a daily intermodal. It originates in Norfolk, Virginia and terminates in Louisville, Kentucky. I'll be honest, I had no clue what was going on once arriving here. The only thing I knew was the girls wanted to catch a train and the scanner gave the location of this one, so we booked it here. Most of the people on the road clearly had no clue or understanding of what was going to go on at this crossing. They made the right decision. Most of them turned around after a couple minutes of waiting. This was at least going to be a 30-minute task. We were able to get a little closer, pulled off to the side of the road, and got out and watched as they unhooked from the siding track and rehooked to the train on the main track. It's not all that uncommon to have a train car become defective. When it becomes defective, they need a good spot to be able to store it and to fix it. So this is what's happening here. One or more train cars were defective. The closest spot to getting them off the track was in this siding. They unhooked a certain amount of cars, shoved them in the back of the track, and then rehooked to what they already had on the main, so they can continue on. point, I knew the train crew was getting really close to finishing up here in Powell. They were building air pressure and going through their final checks before they head north to Louisville, Kentucky. I wanted to get ahead of it so we could see it go by at speed, so we packed up. We needed to stop at McDonald's though. Girls were getting a little hungry. It was kind of the perfect time. It was brunch, time where you can get breakfast and lunch at the same time and it be somewhat fresh. So we got some fries, nuggets, burgers, burritos, and a hash brown. Makes for a good little snack in the morning. It wasn't long, and 279 was upon us. It's the next morning. I woke up and I didn't turn the scanner on like I normally do, but when I did turn it on, I heard Norfolk Southern talking to a train crew nearby. The numbers 279 came out. I knew that was only one thing. They were in Powell and they were picking up some cars they had left. So I quickly rushed over there, and just like yesterday, I was a little late to the party. They were already in the siding track and about ready to pull forward to reverse onto the main. To my surprise, there's 7 locomotives on the lead of this train. It's not all that common to see anymore. Most of the distributed power is either put in the mid or the rear of the train.
cars and the engine, and we're instructed to leave the other ones. Something about the train field. I got it. I got all that 279. He has us flying back for the main. I'm on the bottom. I'm about 6 to the cross, and we'll look at it. 6 to the cross, we'll look at it. Here, right back your way.
The weather was starting to change quick. What started out as just overcast skies turned into a massive rain cloud, and it let loose. The only thing for me to do was take cover. With the train getting its permission to move on, I packed up and left too. I wanted to catch it further down the line, so we headed north to Clinton, one of my favorite locations that I've railfan at. This is the overpass, R.J. Corman's Knoxville and Cumberland Gap Division headquarters. They keep some locomotives here, and it's a good spot to catch R.J. and Norfolk Southern north and southbound. I didn't have to wait too long. Norfolk Southern 279 made its way across a couple ridges and was slowly approaching the Clinch River. this is the end of the train, and this is the end of my video. I'm done rail fanning for today, but I hope to catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed it, press that like button and subscribe. There's going to be plenty more videos in the future. And if you have suggestions, leave it in the comments below. I'll read them and I'll respond. See you next time.